Hey everyone, I'm delighted to share that I have completed my task 2 as a mobile app development intern at Spark Foundation under the Graduate Rotational Internship Program. I am Suvarnalaxmi Lambture and I have developed an app named as Banking App. So for this task, I have used Java language and Android Studio for editing as a software. In the task list, they have already mentioned the control flow of the application, and they have also mentioned that there is no need to create a login page or create a user. The main motto of this task is to show only the transaction from one user to another user. So the control flow goes like, firstly, the home screen will be displayed and it will show us all the list of customers. Then we get an option to select and view the customer details. When I click on the first customer, then I get a detailed view of that customer details such as account type, customer name, gender, description, email ID, contact, available balance, and the banking IFSC code. Then now when I have to transfer the money, I'll simply click on the R icon, rupee icon, and then I'll get an option to select a recipient, a receiver whom we are going to send the money through this grid view. And when I click on a particular user, then I'll be redirected to this particular page, and here I will have to enter the amount that I want to send to the customer. So this is how the control flow should be, and after the transaction is completed, the screen should be again redirected to the view all users page. So now if you all want to access this code, you can simply go to my GitHub repository and access it through there. I'll also add this link in the description section so you all can easily access it. Now I would like to show the actual presentation of how my app works. So right now I'm in my Android Studio, and as you can see I have an emulator running over here. I'll simply run this application in my emulator, and as you can see here a splash screen has been appeared. So now first thing is that, as I said earlier, we get a home page, and in this home page we are going to get a list of all the 10 dummy customers that we have created. So when I click on the first customer, it shows me its details. Similarly, when I go to any customer, it shows me its details. So now when I have to make a transaction, I'll simply click on the transaction button, and now I have to select a recipient from this grid view. So if I select the second one, and now I have to add over here the amount I have to send to this customer. So if I'm sending 2200 rupees to this customer and clicking on next, then it says that the transaction is successful. And now if we go to the transaction section, it displays the status that it is successful transaction and the time duration that the transaction has taken place. Now for example, I'm going to another customer, and now I'm paying, for example, Bill Gates. And now, as I have said, the amount balance in that particular account is 10,000, and so if I'm going to enter more than 10,000, one should not be able to make the transaction successful. So it shows an error message that your account balance is 10,000, which indirectly means that I have to enter either 10,000 or less than that. Then and then only the transaction can be made successful. So now I'll pay 10,000, and so as you can see over here the balance is 0, and here Bill Gates balance has been incremented to 2000. Now we have seen how successful transactions are made. Now if we want to see a transaction which is not successful, for example, here only I'm going to take, and if I'm paying to Steve Jobs, and now I'm clicking on next, then it says that payment must at least be one. I'm clicking here, okay, I'm going to send 10 rupees, but what happens is it says that my balance is 0, right? So I'll simply go and click on back. So it says that whether or not you want to cancel the transaction. I'll simply say yes, and now we can see here transaction is cancelled. And if we come to the transaction section, it says that the transaction is unsuccessful. So that's all how we get to see it. And the last thing that I would like to mention is the last task which was said how the control flow should be is whenever a transaction is completed or whether a transaction is not completed, the users the screen should be redirected to the all users list. So all the users list should be displayed again after completing a particular transaction. So that's it. So if you guys want to reach out to me, you can get access, you can contact me through LinkedIn, YouTube, or my Instagram handle which is mentioned over here. Thank you everyone.